Gaming, and I'm back with another build video. Now the build for today, we're going over my Ascended Flak build. Now, this build is a mainly RAKK build, but you can also use Fadeaway. I know I put RAKK in the title, but Fadeaway is very nice in the Guardian Takedown. But other than the Guardian Takedown, I use RAKKs all the time. Two main reasons why I use RAKKs. You can get your damage instantly by just using your action skill. Since ASCs usually for Fade you have to get the 3-shot and then you get your ACs, which is still good. Like 3-shot Fade is very good. I just prefer to play with RAKKs. It's just a very fun, and I think this RAKK build honestly is a little bit better than my Nuclear Fallout Flak. Now, Nuclear Fallout Flak had a lot of things going for it, but one thing that wasn't going for it was survivability. So, with this build, you do have a little bit more survivability, but it's still Flak. You don't have insane survivability. You're not invincible. You don't have lifesteal. You don't have the aggro that Gamma has, but you kill things so fast that it doesn't even really matter. As long as you're paying attention, you should be good. So yeah, let's go over our gear real quick. I'm trying to make this build video a little bit shorter, so I'll go over things really quickly. Now, OPQ, level 57. The only legit OPQs you can get are at level 57 max. If you have another one, it's modded. Like if you have level 58 or more, it's modded. And I don't show modded items, so I do realize that this is still 57, but it does so much damage. It doesn't really matter. A level 61 would be insane for basically just I use this for the single targets basically. So yeah, this is very good consecutive hits. We're rocking consecutive hits a lot on this build. ASC next to mags is also good. ASC weapon damage is good. RAKK attack 100% damage. It's not that good because it's only on one enemy. And what else? What else? Pretty much only that, like ASC splash, all that good stuff. We're rocking consecutive hits because we do have ASC rad on our Hunter Seeker, and any type of damage is going to stack this up, so it's really good. Now we have a redundant reflex, still level 57, it still works. I do have a level 60 consecutive hits one, but I prefer this ASC next to max shock one because we cover a lot of elements on this build. Now I do have a consecutive hits light show. Now this is for your boss melting. Light show and Monarch are just insane for your bosses. As long as you're not getting hit too much, the Monarch is actually going to be better than the light show. It's going to do more damage. But if you get hit too much, I'd recommend moving around and actually just spraying the light show because it does a lot of damage. For the Monarch, just stand still. It'll do a lot of damage. And if you want to use Gorillas in the Mist with Monarch and Stackbot, that is totally up to you. I don't really like that kind of playstyle. Just like using RAKKs even for bossing. Now for our gear, I'm actually gonna go all of it in one go. So right now I have my offenses set up, which I use an Old God, a Pearl, and a Bounty Hunter. If you want to go for a survivability setup, I'd recommend switching to a Frozen Art with the action skill start anoint. Then switching your Pearl for a Snowdrift for more movement speed. So in turns, basically more survivability because you don't get hit too often. And the Bounty Hunter, I can recommend a Cosmic Stalker. That is also for damage. Bounty Hunter is just more of the bossing. Yeah, more of the bossing Cosmic Stalker is more for mobbing. Sorry. But I actually like running the Bounty Hunter throughout all my content. Now we have this amazing bounty hunter that I really would recommend. Uh, Not exactly this one. I'd recommend 3 in Dangerous Game and 2 into Hunter's Eye, and then basically pistol damage, AR damage, and crit damage is what I would really recommend. Um, Otherwise, you can use weapon damage, which is kind of good too. You can use Ash Skill cooldown rate to get your Rex faster. But otherwise, yeah. And then we use our Mitosis Hunter Seeker. Now, the Hunter Seeker, when you throw your nade, it's gonna throw 3 grenades that all shoot enemies. That can proc your Pearl and your Kansei Horetsu, and it can actually set dots to enemies, which that'll proc even more, and yada yada. This can also proc your kill skills with the Bounty Hunter, which for bossing is actually insane. Especially for like Graveward, you can melt him in one clip with the Light Show, easy peasy. And same with the Monarch. So yeah, Hunter Seeker, I only have those on the build, but you can also use the P-Nades. Now, that's gonna debuff enemies, and it's just a really nice, fast-paced kind of type of grenade. And now let's go over our skills tree. It's a pretty normal green and red setup with a little bit of blue. Just make sure you pick up some points into reload speed with second intention. Most dangerous game, big game. Head count is probably a must-have. Now, head count still is a little bit bugged with RAKKs. And even fade away, it'll sometimes uncool down, if that makes sense, your action skill. But it's still the best cooldown perk in the game. So we have to pick it up on flag. It's a staple. Leave no trace, same thing. Interrelated Stalker, same thing, just lost the damage. Hunter's Eye, now this bonus with the Bounty Hunter actually affects pretty much any enemy in the game. As long as they're bosses, they're gonna get that armor damage as well. Which is just 42% damage if you proc your kill skills. Now we also picked up Galactic Shadow. Now, Galactic Shadow has been buffed since the latest patch, and your pet is going to get targeted even more. But it's very good. Don't get me wrong, because that crit damage is a must pick. But you're still gonna go down. You're not like I said, you're not invincible. You will go down from time to time, especially if you do harder content like Guardian Takedown or COV mobbing, even Malawan Takedown. It's not hard. It's just the fact that it's just the fact that your whatchamacallit, I don't even know what I'm saying. But yeah, flag in general is squishy, so that won't really do much. So yeah, Megavore must pick. Now we picked up 5 points into Furious Attack, 5 points to Overclock, that's for DPS. 1 point on the BFS is enough. Your pet is almost never gonna die unless COV enemies kill him. COV heavies basically with launchers. That's one thing that can kill him. Your pet will always run into Wotan and kill himself. If you have time to revive him, then good. Otherwise, it's just a little 10% damage reduction in elemental damage for Wotan. Doesn't really we don't really notice it. We picked up Tartana Run because this is a very good skill. They kind of fix Rage and Recover, so we put 3 points here. You can move some points around in the skill tree because Hidden Machine actually doesn't always work. It's only when enemies spawn. Well, basically only. It's not only when enemies spawn, but if they haven't, if they're not targeting you or your pet, you're gonna get that bonus from an enemy machine. But you can put those 2 points into Regen and Recover. It is fine. that'll give you more HP regen. Now we didn't put points in self-repairing system because you need to get to your max health quick to get the power inside bonus. Now power inside will give you 25% damage like that when you activate your action skill. When you're at full health, you'll get 50%. So that's why you want to get that full health really quickly to get the 50% instead of 25%. That's gonna be just more damage. Yeah. Now we put 3 points into Persistence Hunter. Now that's just a gun damage boost. 3 points is better than the 5 points you have to put into Grim Harvest. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now let's go over some quick gameplay. I'll do my one takedown because me like you do the Malo 1 takedown with this build. I'll probably go down a few times, don't worry. Unless I yeet myself off the map, I probably won't die. Probably will be able to complete this takedown. So yeah. As you can see, this is scaled though, so it doesn't show the real power of this build. But still, true takedown is doable. This guy just was glitching. This guy died. When there are no enemies around, I just use my OPQ. Or light show. You can use your light show too. Light show is also very good. I forgot to check my to show my modifiers, but I have Speed Demon, Healy Avenger, Death, and some other modifier. Hold up, let me check. Yeah, I actually have Mob Mentality instead of Healy Avenger, and I have ticked off. So yeah. Death can get you easily. It'll probably get me in this footage. Yeah. Speaking of. But yeah, it's up to you. You can use Holy Crit if you want. Just know that the crits from Fade Away don't count as actual crits, so you won't get that 25% crit bonus. You'll actually get that 50% damage reduction. Alright, let's just swap to our light show. And yep, Kraken died. And I'm going down here, yeah, okay. Alright, there you go. Also, we picked up Lick the Wounds in our skill tree because that skill is actually really good. If you're going down and no enemies are nearby, Lick the Wounds will just help you to get back up easily. Now we just murdered those guys. And we're gonna go down here. Yep. But like I said, it's no really a problem to go down. The only problem I have with going down is the fact that, you know, enemies can be a little bit of a pain to get. Sometimes they don't want to die. I know it sounds weird, but yeah. As you can see, the beautiful bossing damage with the Bounty Hunter. Insanely good. Now, I'm showing my damage setup. I'm not showing the survivability setup with the Frozen Heart. That still does some damage. Like, it's not like you know, you need to use one-shotter or you need to use the Old God to do damage. You actually can do some damage with every type of setup in this build, as long as it's a good, like, Manton setup. You can use what should I call it? Stagbot. You can use that. That also works very fine. If this guy would move, I'd probably kill him faster. But yeah, let's go real quick. Let's go kill that Wotan soon. What I really want to show off in this takedown is really Wotan, how fast you can kill him. It's actually pretty insane, and it's one of my best mobbing, bossing damage. For Flak, it's very fun, to be honest. I enjoy my Zane build and Mo's build too for Wotan. It's just very... Flak is still good. I'm not using a launcher. I usually use launchers to kill Wotan, but I will be using a light show. And that 31% pistol damage on my class mod is going to be very useful. It's going to be very good. So yeah, we're just shredding these little mobs. If you stand still, you get more damage, so I like to stand still from time to time. And these guys, if you have the frozen art, you can just use your action skill and they'll freeze. Sometimes you do die by your own explosions due to barrels. Beware of that. But yeah, you can just, if you need HP or survivability, the lifesteal from the frozen art, when you use your action skill, is really good. Again, can't recommend it enough. It's probably my best shield for survivability. Now, yeah, I got hit with death, but that's fine. I can probably get up if this guy wants to... Yeah, stay still. And so we did. Alright, so now here is where I sometimes die, because I sometimes just eat myself off the cliff. Because of Speed Demon. Or death. Sometimes death just goes, hello, I am death. Alright. So these guys... went down. No problem getting back up. I see you, death. Don't think I don't see you. Also, your racks will actually help you. If you're against a fleshy target, your racks will do some really nice damage to finish them off, especially if you're using like a shock weapon. You can just use your racks and strip out their shields, and they're just gonna die really easily. I also have a Monarch equipped. I'll just show you why in a second, once we're done with this bridge section. Or I can actually show you why now. Where is this guy? Alright, there he is. Oh, he's not there anymore. You are not there anymore. You're not there anymore. You. Nah, I just dealt 3 million to that guy. Alright. Who wants some? Who wants some? You? No? Okay. You? Want some? Alright. Alright, so yeah, it's pretty insane, let's see. Alright, these guys spawn, just use this, a little bit more, they're dead. You, a little bit more, and you're dead. Be wary that they do spawn death modifiers, and yeah. Sometimes if they don't explode quick enough, I do go down. But that is totally fine, and now we're going to do a Wotan kill. With OPQ and Light Show only. OPQ only for shields and Light Show for Wotan himself. Sorry about that. And look at that damage. It's just insane. And look at this. Yeah, top half died. And Wotan died too. Yeah, it's pretty good. No downs for a Wotan kill. Like maybe after I'll go down every once in a while because the enemies despawn, but it's just so easy. Like this build is easy mode. You can do this with launchers. You can do this with whatever you want, basically. As long as it's pretty much meta, it'll work. And if you guys like the video, if you guys like the build, like the video. If you guys want more builds, just subscribe and be on the lookout for those build videos. If you guys want to see more content, I've got more content on my channel. And if you want to follow me or talk with me, I'm in a bunch of Discords. I'll probably link them down in the comments. And it's been Jones Gaming, and I'm out. See ya!